Beginner sewing tutorial for this makeup bag that I just made. I'm literally fucking obsessed with it, so let's go make it. So this is the bag in question that we'll be making. It really is fairly easy, and what I love the most about it, highly customizable. So we're gonna be starting with 2 fabrics, an outer facing fabric and then a liner. And then we're also gonna want any zipper that's over 16 inches. Next, we're gonna have our main pattern, which is a rectangle that is 12.5 by 9.5 inches. And you can see I used cardboard to cut this out. Then lastly, we have this little pattern, which is 3.5 by 3.5 inch square. Then completely optional, I like to have a little rectangle patch to make it my own. Okay, let's get started. So I'm working with the outer pattern right now. And for this, I thrifted a pair of jeans because jeans have structure. And it will make that bag really stand up. Plus, it's cheap. So taking that main pattern, I'm going to cut out 2 panels. So now I have 2 of that outward facing fabric, and then I'm going to cut 2 more for a total of 4 pieces to have the liner. And then I'm sneaking in some extra pizzazz, and oh my god, guys, this scrap literally scared the shit out of me. I thought it was a fucking spider. Even when I was grabbing it, I thought it was a spider. Like, that is so scary. Anyways, here is a completely optional step and why I love this pattern so much. I took 2 little decorative pieces that I want to add to the side of my bag. So what I'm gonna do is find the middle of each panel, so mark 6 inches. So basically, I'm finding the center point of my forward-facing panels so that I can add these decorative spots to them. And we do just want to account for the bottom section of the bag, so we are going to mark the middle as 5 inches from the bottom, just so that it's a little higher up. And then all I'm gonna do is just stitch those onto my panel. So I stitched those on, and I did leave a raw hem edge because you'll see why later. But now it's time to get into actual bag making. So we're gonna grab our zipper and right sides facing together, place it at the top of the first panel. You'll see that our zipper is way long, and trust me, it is way easier to do it like this. Now we're gonna pin or clip our zipper into place. Once that's set, we're going to then grab our first panel of liner, and we're going to match it up with the panel, laying it on top of the zipper, and then we're just going to slide our fabric under the pins, making sure that everything stays aligned and in place. Now that it's pinned, we're just going to sew straight across. Now, honestly, I'm not even using a zipper foot. I just align the walking foot with the edge of the fabric and sew straight. Now that the side of the zipper is secured, we can flip up our lining. Then we're going to flip and press the zipper up. Now that it's pressed, it'll kind of fall naturally into line, and you can lift at the zipper and the liner will fall behind it, and then we're just going to press that down as well. And by press, I mean iron. Now that it's ironed, we're gonna flip it back around, and we are going to top stitch right under that zipper. Again, I don't even have to use a zipper foot. I'm just gonna follow the fabric to stitch under the zipper and sew a straight line. And now our front panel is finished. So grabbing our second panel of outward facing material, we're going to face the first panel with the zipper right sides together, lining up the top sections. And then same thing, we're gonna pin or clip those together. Now with our final piece of lining, we're also gonna lay that up flush with the zipper and clip that in. Quick note, because the first time I did this, I was like, that doesn't look right. The fabric will have a slight 1 inch difference at the bottom since it is clipped up at the top. But that is right, so don't worry. Now we're just going to stitch straight across, securing the zipper. After that stitch, we're gonna go ahead and flip up our lining and reveal the 2 panels. And again, I'm just gonna press that back. Once pressed, we're gonna again repeat and do that top stitch over the zipper. After top stitch, we're gonna kind of push this to the side for a second, and we're going to work on these little added loops. So we're gonna grab our 3.5 by 3.5 square and cut out 2 panels. Then we're going to fold them in half, press it so that there's a line in the middle, and then we're going to fold in the ends about halfway to the middle press, and then fold it in on itself and press it again. Basically, we're just gonna have this folded in on itself loop. Now we're gonna go back to the bag again, and we're gonna take our zipper and unzip it about halfway into the bag. Now we're gonna take those loops that we just made, and we're gonna fold them in half towards each other, and place them at the edge of the zippers with the folded section facing towards the bag. Now we're gonna pin or clip these in place and sew a straight stitch over the top. This might be a little bulky, so remember to just go slow and hand crank your machine if you need to. Once those are set in place, you can then go ahead and trim off the excess zipper. Now we're gonna take our front panels and we're going to fold them in on each other, matching the tops, and we're gonna pin or clip that together. We're also gonna do the same thing with the liner, but an important step is to leave about a 5-inch gap in the middle stitching of the lining, because we are going to have to fold it inside out, and it's all gonna be coming through that hole. So make sure it's big enough to stick your hand through. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and stitch those shut. From this point, we're gonna go to the sides of our bags where those little loops are gonna be, and we're gonna join them together. So we're gonna grab the end of our new seam that we just made at the liner, join it at the top of the zipper where our little loops are also attached, and then we're going to take the new seam from the front side panel and join those together too. Now, yes, this is essentially 4-layer sandwich, so it is pretty thick, but not to worry, when you stitch it together, just go slow. And then also we're just gonna repeat this on the bottom side as well. So now you'll be left with this little rectangle, and with the middle joined, we're gonna clip on the left and the right of it because we're going to seal off that section, making sure at the top and the bottom of this rectangle is pinned. And we're gonna sew straight across those edges. Now that that's complete, this is where our little gap sewn into the liner comes in handy. So we're gonna find the hole that we left earlier, and then we're going to reach our hand through it, grab the inners of the bag, and we're gonna start pulling it through itself to turn it inside out. Once it's turned inside out, you'll notice that we're actually on the inside of the bag. So we're gonna find our halfway zipped zipper, stick our hand in, unzip it a little bit more. And we wanna push out all those corners. Once you do that, we're gonna be left with this silly little flat bag. Before we do anything about that, we're gonna go in and find the hole in the liner that we made, and you'll see as you pull it, it kind of already just folds in on itself. So we're gonna push it together, pin it, and sew it closed. Now let's make this boxy. Now for this pattern, we do have raw edges to make this a square, and to play with that is why I intentionally made the extra decor on this bag a little rough around the edges, which I love. I think it gives it a cool alt grunge feel. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find these corners and we're gonna lay them flat, and we're going to measure 4 inches across. So what I do is I find that middle seam and I line it up with the 2, and then I kind of slide the ruler down until it hits 1 and 4 on the edges. Then I mark and pin, and I'm gonna repeat for all 4 sides. Once it's pinned, you'll see how it kind of boxes up and stands up by itself. And we're just gonna sew straight down on all of those corners. Once that's sewn, we're actually gonna take our scissors, and I know that this step is so extremely scary, but we're gonna take our scissors and we're gonna cut very close to our stitch line to cut off those corners. Like I said, I personally love this rough DIY feel. It's also really perfect when you're a beginner because it hides any quote-unquote mistakes and errors that you might make. So you can stop here, but like I said, because I am extra as fuck, I like to add a couple extra decorations, really leaning into that DIY. I grabbed some safety pins and some button pins from my storefront and really just jazzed it up, made this bag my own, made it super personalized before dropping my items into it and being done with it. Personally, I love this bag so much. It doesn't take a really complicated pattern to make something really unique and really cool. And that is your super easy, super custom little makeup bag. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, if you get stuck anywhere. And yeah, hopefully I'll be making more tutorials soon. Follow along.